Day 29 of the practice of the Bhagavad Gita. Today I have chosen the 15th Shloka of the 17th chapter. I will chant it as usual. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat svadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Bhagavan says, words which cause no annoyance to others and are truthful, agreeable and beneficial, as well as the study of the Vedas and the Shastras and the practice of the chanting of divine name, this is known as penance of speech. Since the last few days, we have been talking about the 4-point program of Bhagavan Krishna, where Bhagavan Krishna explains to Arjun that our Sattvic Ahar, our input, which is Sattvic, goes towards our Sattvic output of Yajna, Tapas and Dana. We have already talked about Yajna, and yesterday we talked about Sharirik Tapas, penance of the body. So today we talk about Vaachik Tapas, or penance of speech. So most of our energy, you'd be surprised to know, is wasted through talking. Just talking is a waste of energy. When we save some of this energy, it becomes beneficial to us to use for our sadhana. But that doesn't mean that we must stay mauन, silent, totally, continuously. We have to learn to use our speech wisely so that it supports our sadhana. So, Vaachik Tapas, or penance of speech, what are its benefits? How does it help us? When we learn to speak correctly and not unnecessarily, it purifies the mind amazingly. And the mind slowly starts connecting to the divine. And you know where the divine is, within us. Till that happens, most of our speech is connected to our ego. So when we want to change our connection from the I, limited I, to the absolute I, that means from the ego to the Atma, we have to practice Vaachik Tapas. When it is connected to the divine, most of what we speak becomes true. So that is one more benefit of doing Vaachik Tapas. So everyone wants their wishes, their speech to turn into reality. Of course, one has to be really careful what one is wishing for. So here are the 5 action points to make our speech sattvic through tapas. First, what we speak. Whatever we speak should be the truth. So therefore, no gossip, because when we gossip, we don't know whether it is actually truth or not. No hearsay, someone said. No, until you verify the facts, you should not speak about them. Being untruthful or telling lies is an immense waste of energy, because you have to keep remembering the lie you spoke, because you have to keep continuing the lie. So speaking the untruth is totally against sattva. And therefore, the first thing you have to learn is speak the truth. That's the first point. What you speak. Then how you speak also it is considered part of Vaachik Tapas. How you speak is important. It should be pleasant. Because if what you speak is not pleasant, then it will be unpleasant. And when you speak unpleasantly, you hurt people. And that is called hinsa. And if you commit hinsa, then you are not doing yagna in Sattvic way. So all these things are connected. So what you speak is the truth, and even the truth has to be spoken pleasantly. You can't say it's the truth and I will just say it the way I want to say it because it's the truth. Then that is wrong. Then you are not being sattvic at all. So speak the truth and speak the truth pleasantly. How and why? And then comes, of course, how and what. What and how. Now comes the why. Why are you speaking? What is the motive of your words that you're speaking? The words should be beneficial to the listener, not to you. The words should be beneficial to the listener. If it is not beneficial, then why are you wasting your energy? So Bhagavan says, the motive should be for the good of the other. Now, sometimes we say things very sweetly, but in our mind, we are not meaning that sweetness. We are being sarcastic or we are being hypocritical. So this is also not allowed. The motive and the words should be in sync. That is called arjavam, which we did yesterday. So the only benefit to the listener is a motive which will make your speech sattvic. So if you see these three things, truthful, pleasant, and beneficial, then you will understand the triple filter test that we always keep talking about. These make 3 points. Now the fourth point. If you want your speech to be sattvic, Bhagavan says, study the Vedas, study the Shastras. It's a good way to use, it will teach you how to use the triple filter test. Now, if you see chapter 18, verses 68 to 71, Bhagavan is explaining to Arjun why we should be studying the Bhagavad Gita. So he says, if you teach the Bhagavad Gita, you are assured moksha. If you study the Bhagavad Gita, it would be considered as sattvic yagna. And if you just listen passively to the Bhagavad Gita, you will be liberated from your sins. Now, I think that is motivation enough to either teach, practice, or study or listen. So it will create sattvic tendencies within you. So study the Shastras is number 4. And 5, Bhagavan says do jap. Chant the name of Bhagavan. Just the chanting is enough to create Sattvic Vaachik, Sattvic speech. So do Nam Smaran. It will help you to purify the mind. And when you purify the mind becomes adhikari. The mind becomes qualified for you to understand, absorb, and implement Brahma Gyan. This is the importance of jap or Nam Smaran. So 5, speak the truth, speak pleasantly, speak with a motive of benefit to the listener, study the Shastras or the Vedas, and do Nam Smaran. With that, you will have Sattvic Vaachik Tapas. Tomorrow we will do Mansik Tapas. Let's chant now.